Hi guys, I'm back with another video. In this video, we are going to discuss about part 2 of simple present tense. So already, those who have not seen part 1, just first go for that. And the continuation of part 1, today we are going to discuss about part 2, that is on simple present tense. Okay. The theme of our class is we are going to discuss about passive voice. So already we have discussed the active voice in the last part. Now we are going to discuss about passive voice, and later we are going to see how to convert active voice to passive voice in simple present. Later we'll discuss about the question tags. What is the use of question tags? And then we will go to discuss about formation of question tags, that is in the simple present tense. We'll discuss about positive as well as negative sentence and their formation of question tags will be discussing in this class. See, about passive voice. When we discuss about the passive voice, so here we can find two voices, active and passive. So what is the difference between them? So all the tenses we normally discuss, we know that there are 12 tenses, and those all 12 tenses are normally called as active voices. Active voice means that is not another concept. It is just what are the tenses that we discuss is active voice. And now these active voice follow one common structure of sentence, that is subject, verb, and object. So this is the common structure. All the active voices or all the tenses are going to follow. Then what is the difference between the active to the passive voice? So you can find here that this passive voice starts with object. See here, subject verb object is there, but here object verb subject, the reverse, verb place not changed, but subject and object was interchanged. So this is the difference between the active voice and the passive voice. Remember, one main important point is that though you write sentence in the active voice or though you write sentence in the passive voice, meaning doesn't change, meaning is not going to change. Okay, and that is the first point you need to remember about the passive voices. And the next point is common passive voice structure. You can find a common passive voice structure. So here you know that this one, common passive voice structure. What is that common passive voice structure? All the passive voices, whatever we discuss, all the passive voices, you can find object will be there at the start, and here followed by some B forms or helping verbs. Only those B forms or helping verbs are going to change. But start object is common thing, and V3 plus by plus subject. This is the common structure for all the passive voices. Okay, all the passive voices will be having the same structure. Okay, so next we'll clearly go into the topic now. See, first of all, conversion of active voice to the passive voice. Conversion of active voice to the passive voice. See, active voice already, as I said, the same topic, that simple present tense form is called active voice. What we have discussed in the active voice means, see here, active voice, he plays cricket. He plays cricket. So this is subject, verb 1, object. Already we discussed in the part 1. See, here he referred as a subject, place as a verb plus s. Okay, why s we will take? Already I said, when subject is third person singular, you have to use either es or s along with the v1. If the subject is not third person singular, no need to use. As he is third person singular, we have used play plus s, plays cricket as a object. If you want, you can extend, he plays cricket every Sunday or daily. Why? Because simple present deals with that concept, like habitual actions as well as the daily actions. So you can add extra as an object like every Sunday or every day. Next, you can also speak the sentence in this manner. Both are same, don't worry. See, he does play cricket. So most of the speakers, official speakers, they are going to speak in this manner. So we commonly say he plays cricket, but they are going to say he does play cricket. Okay, I do play cricket. So what is happening is, only the difference is we are not including helping verbs in the simple present, but they are going on including. That is the change, but all the sentence, that is correct, and this is also correct. Now to make our speak official, we can add helping verbs between the verb and the subject, that are do or does. In the simple present, you can use helping verbs as a do or does. When subject is third person singular, you have to use does. When subject is not third person singular, you have to use a do. That's it. That is our wish. Either we can use or not helping verbs in a sentence. So anyway, this topic already we have discussed in the part one. So how this simple present sentence can be transferred into the passive voice, that we shall find. See here, first of all, let us enter into the formula. First we have object and followed by helping verbs. So these are called as a helping verbs: am, is, are. Next, v3 by subject. V3 plus by plus subject. This is a common structure, already I have told. Object, v3 plus by plus subject. What changed in here is am or is or are. So this is the change. If you are able to remember these helping verbs, it is easy for you to remember the structure of a simple present passive voice. Okay, see, when we have to use am, when the subject is I, you have to use am. When the subject is singular, you have to use is. When the subject is plural, you are going to use are. Only that's it. According to the structure, we can make the sentence or we can transform the sentence. See, he plays cricket. So here object is cricket. So I have placed object here as it is from this sentence. Okay, from this sentence I have made this. Okay, so cricket object. Next, what is there? According to the formula, cricket as a singular. So I'm going to use is. Next, what is there? Here we used play. Play verb first form. What is the third form? Played. So I have used played. And by, as it is. By I have taken. Okay. Then what is the next one? Subject. What is the subject? He. Don't write he. Here we have to use objective pronouns. So he will be changed as him. She will be changed as her. Okay, remember that. So that's why he will be transformed as a him. Understood? So objective pronoun we are going to use here. So this is the very easy transformation. If you know the formula, it is easy to transform. Okay, that is about conversion of active voice to the passive voice. Now let us enter into the next topic, that is question tags. So very small topic and very interesting topic even. So and easy also. If you are able to understand, it is very easy. I'll be trying to explain you in an easy way. See, question tags are used to get reply from the listener. So this is the first point. What is the use of question tags? Means when we speak question tag in our sentence, the listener, the opposite person, compulsory need to say either yes or no. At least he have to give answer for our question. So in that manner, we are going to put question tags. We can expect perfectly answer from the listener. So that is the main thing. We use question tags in the sentences. So in order to frame these question tags, we have to know three rules. Remember, very important. Three rules we have to know. So what are those three rules? Means the first rule is identify the sentence. Identify means what? Just you have to understand whether the sentence, given sentence is positive or negative. Whatever the sentence we are writing or we are listening or we are speaking, whether the sentence is positive or negative, you have to understand first. And if the sentence is positive, then the question tag should be negative. If your sentence is positive, the question tag should be negative. If your sentence is negative, the question tag should be positive. That's why I said vice versa. Okay, so that you remember. We'll study in the examples very clearly. Use helping verbs. Second thing is you have to identify helping verbs in the sentence. With that, we are going to make the question tag. Second point as helping verbs, you remember. And the third one is subjects pronoun. So compulsory you have to use not subject directly, but subjects pronoun we are going to use. If there is a boy name, you have to use he. If there is a girl name, you have to use a she. Like this, we have to take subjects pronoun in the sentence. Clear? So we shall see clearly with examples. See, formation of question tags in the simple present tense. Already, we are discussing about simple present tense. So, how to make question tags in the simple present tense? So, here one positive question is given. Ravi plays cricket. So, Ravi plays cricket is the sentence I have provided here. So, as I said, the first point you have to identify the sentence. Which sentence it is? So, this sentence is positive. So, tag should be negative. Negative means what? In the last class, I told you, you have to use not in the sentence or the statement or whatever it might be. You have to use not. So that's why here the sentence is positive, so you are going to use not in the question tag. So this is a short form of not. Int. Okay, short form. We removed o and we kept an apostrophe. So this is the short form of not. Means the sentence is positive, so the tag is negative. Means not is there. Second point, I said you have to take the helping verbs. But in this sentence, can you find helping verbs? No. So what you have to do? Already I have told you. When the subject is third person singular, you can use the helping verb as does. If the subject is not third person singular, you have to use the helping verb as do. Okay, so here Ravi is third person singular, so I have used the helping verb as does. So does not, doesn't. Okay, does plus not doesn't. Next, third point, I said take the subject's pronoun. Subject is Ravi, I cannot put Ravi here, so I have to go for the pronoun. What is that? He is a male, so I have used he. Okay, so Ravi plays cricket, doesn't he? So the answer should be expected, answer will be given by the listener. So here Ravi plays cricket is a simple present positive sentence. So tag will be doesn't he. So here use comma after the sentence. This is very much important. The persons who are studying SCRT Telangana and the school students compulsory, you have to use comma after the sentence. Many of the students are going to leave the sentence there and they write only tag, keeping the question number, and they write only tag. So that will go to the wrong wrong answer. So that's why remember, after the sentence put comma, then write the tag. Remember that compulsory. So use comma after the sentence. This is the first thing while you are writing question tags. Second thing is use question mark after the tag. So after the tag compulsory you have to use a question mark. Already tag means most of the dresses will be having some tags, rate tag or the company tag will be there. So tag means what? It is attached to the pant or the dress. Understood? So that's why question tag is also should be attached to the sentence. So after the tag compulsory you have to put question mark, otherwise you will lose mark. And next it is started with the small letter. Remember here D I written in the small letter. Remember most of the students by mistakenly they write D capital, but we put only comma, so appropriately we have to write a small letter only. We should not use capital. So starting letter in the question tag should be small letter. These rules you have to remember. No helping verbs in the sentence of simple present. So in the simple present, no helping verbs will be there. That's why I said already you have to use a do or does. So when you have to use, when the subject is third person singular, use does. Otherwise you can use do. Next, we'll go on with this is a positive sentence. We'll come to the negative sentence. See, he doesn't play cricket. Already positive, negative, and question sentence we have seen in the last part. So he doesn't play cricket. So not is there. So it is a negative sentence. So how to write a question tag then? So the sentence is negative. Tag should be positive. Positive means you should not include a not. So I did not write any not here. Next, I'll be going on with the helping verb. What is the helping verb here? Does. So same helping verb I have written does. What is the third point? Subject's pronoun. It is already there in the pronoun. So as it is, like can put here. Okay. So what is the tag will be? He doesn't play cricket. Does he? Will be the question tag for this sentence. Okay. So this is about the formation of a question tag to simple present tense. Okay. Thank you for watching this video. And if you want slides or the material, you can contact me at basicenglishtutorial1 at the rate gmail.com. If you mail me, I'm ready to send you the content what you see in this video. And get ready for the next tense, present continuous tense. Same way we are going to discuss clearly about the present continuous tense and transformation of active voice to passive voice, and there also it's a question tags. Everything we clearly see in the next class. So don't miss subscribe to the channel such that you are going to get as a recommended, and if you press bell icon you will get as a notification. It is up to you, you can give thumbs up or not. Okay, but I should get satisfaction that the viewers are learning something. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you.